Carlos Santana.
It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
His breakout performance was more than 50 years ago at Woodstock, and he's been in the spotlight ever since. Now, Carlos Santana is the subject of a new documentary, and he's looking back with our Lee Cowan.
Yo, Vegas! Keep your hands in the air! Santana's in the house!
For Carlos Santana, music is a kind of witchcraft. An alchemy that transforms his guitar into something you might think he's trying to tame. But taming it, he says, isn't the goal. Seducing it is.
When you get inside the note, it's like the most beautiful woman in the room gives you a French kiss. and every, when you get a French kiss, man, it always gets your attention.
He's been getting that kind of attention for decades. Sustaining a long career, just like he can sustain a note.
I'm a multidimensional mother who can show up in any stage and bring things into a whole other level of energy.
He was 22 when he blew away fans at Woodstock.
You got to change your evil ways, baby.
His solo? Announcing the arrival of another 60s guitar god. To this day, he remains a forever hippie.
Everybody was going home, putting on Bob Dylan and smoking weed.
What do you think people do when they're putting on your music?
Make sex.
At 52, he was still having that effect. His album Supernatural tied Michael Jackson for the most Grammys ever won in a single night.
I'd love to thank Mr. Carlos Santana for giving an opportunity to me like this.
Smooth topped the charts for 12 weeks.
In the middle of the song, I felt like, uh-oh, this is different, That one in Maria Maria.
Oh, Maria, Maria.
It's the kind of life they make movies about. And Hollywood has certainly asked, but Santana has usually said no.
I'm going to own my life. I don't want to come to you to borrow my life so I can show it to someone else. This is what I want, or you can walk out.
But executive producers Ron Howard and Brian Grazer, with Imagine Documentaries, came to Santana with a different offer, one that allowed him to have a say. The result is this. Carlos, which debuts this week, starts where he did.
At first, everything was mechanical for me. My father taught me how to read and how to play mariachi music.
A young boy in Mexico who began playing the violin with his dad's mariachi band. He switched to guitar, and when he was barely 13, he was playing it in the backstreet nightclubs of Tijuana, usually surrounded by strippers.
When I first started working in there, it was like discovering the Cirque du Soleil or something, only it was more fun. I never seen anyone do, because they had those...
And we'll stop that memory right there. It's clear adulthood came pretty fast. But in some cases, adulthood was forced on him. One of his earliest encounters with sexuality came at the hands of an abuser, a secret he first revealed to Rolling Stone back in 2000.
I wanted to come clean with that, because at that time, there was a lot of people who were having that experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of people dealt, with suicide and stuff like that, A lot of people wrote letters like, man, Carlos, thanks for saying that, because...
Helped a lot of people, yeah.
It did help a lot of people psychologically, emotionally, and it was like good medicine,
Did it help you too?
Oh, yes. I really let go of the experience. And I stopped being so angry and so mean. It was just a natural way of, cleansing the palate.
There was another cleansing he needed too. Drugs, alcohol, and the rock and roll lifestyle started to do what they do to most people. But unlike most people, Santana realized his music was suffering. So he began following an Indian guru who taught him meditation.
I cut my hair, dressed all in white, and just became a disciple.
And did that spiritual high replace the high from drugs?
Oh, yeah, because there's nothing higher than God.
Now, that's not to say he doesn't stray from the path of peace. He came under fire after a concert in New Jersey this past July, when he seemed to target the trans and non-binary communities.
A woman is a woman and a man is a man. Whatever you want to do in the closet, that's your business. So I'm okay with that.
It stuck out, a rare thorn in his otherwise rosy message of spirituality and oneness.
What did you mean by that?
I didn't mean it to be offensive to anybody. I'm not against anybody. I'm not trying to demean you or, I already know what it's like to be discriminated since I was a child, being Mexican. So I don't want to put that on you or anybody. Be happy and have fun. There's a guitar in the trunk.
When we met up with him at the House of Blues at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, his focus was back on the music.
People everywhere you go need healing, and that's what we do.
This is the 11th year of his residency here, and for all that time he's been playing to the beat of veteran drummer Cindy Blackman.
He's a great band. I keep telling him that. He's a great band leader. He knows what he's hearing, he knows what he wants, and he knows how to get it.
She made a name for herself playing for a host of artists, including Lenny Kravitz. But in 2010, she joined Santana's band, and a few months later, she married him.
Did you really propose to her on stage during the show?
I did. It was in Chicago at that big place, and I remember her father was in the audience,
We have our instruments with us all the time. We're living music, talking about music, breathing music. And if there's no music playing, it's playing up here, always.
Playing together, he says, has helped make this the most delicious part of his life, giving him renewed energy to create and not just recreate.
I'm not interested in becoming a ghost on a jukebox, and that's all I am, a ghost from the jukebox in the past. No, I want to be right now.
At 76, he hopes he's still on the popular pulse. Carlos Santana may have been shaped by his times, but through all of those years, he's also done his part to shape our times as well.
Well, I feel really clear, strong, and happy.